Respected dear friends, welcome. Congratulations for being regular in studying, understanding, practicing Geetha, and gratitudes to you that because of you we are able to do all these classes. My wishes and prayers that you continue in this way, learning our great Indian Sanatana Dharma scriptures, and while implementing them, you succeed in your outer life. You become so sober and wonderful, peaceful, happy in your own inner mind. More than these two, you really truly grow spiritually also. So, welcome. So, today's two thoughts of simple common sense is कि be pure in your heart, in your intentions and attitudes. The more that way we are pure in our heart and in its intentions and attitudes, the Lord will express in us in the form of sharpness of the intellect, subtlety of the intellect. When we are very impure in our heart's intentions and attitude, always there is agitation, there are fears, frightenings. Even the Lord doesn't will to express through such equipment. On the other hand, by our own efforts, consciously, impure, ignoble intentions, attitudes, we replaced by pure ones. We replace them by pure. We can see the Bhagwan, Lord. When He expresses, He enlightens our intellect. That enlightened intellect which is made subtle by God's grace, is able to understand, okay, everything. Life as a whole, in its whole, also the whole world, and our roles, responsibilities here, and what are the contributions we can do, how to negotiate when any of the untoward things, adverse things happen inside and outside. These all intellectual capacities, not only to sort out your problems and also to sort out the problems of others, but to help yourself grow, to make others to help others also to grow. Whatever is subtlety is required, they all come. Think about it. Maintain that attitudinal, intentional purity. What is the meaning of intentional purity? Means intention and attitude that everybody should grow, everybody should prosper, everybody should be happy, everybody should be free from all diseases, miseries, poverties, difficulties, etc. This is called as positive pure intention for everyone. Even to few people, considering them as Shatru, if you have the wrong notion, intention, that impurity blocks Bhagwan's Kripa. Then we don't become subtler to understand subtler, deeper things, whether it's spiritually or our own, you will say professionally, or your own, our relational life. Grossly like dogs, cats only. For small little issues, you keep on fighting. They thought, "Okay, after all, or first of all, he is my brother. Little money, he took more, or he asked me. How does it matter? Brother is important." This subtle thought. Parents, they have scolded me. How does it matter? They gave me birth, they took care of me. So let me receive it. That subtle thought will come. They are in trouble. They need my time. So let me go and give them time and love and service. That thought. So too, this office is giving me the livelihood. I must be honest there. I must be loyal there. Let me do best to the improvement of the company or contribution. This subtle thought. I am born in India, Bharat Mata, Sanatana, Dharma, Desha. So let me love my nation, consciously do something. That is called as the subtlety. Isn't it? These noble thoughts will come. After all, he knows less. Therefore, some mistake has been done from him to I know it. Therefore, let me forgive and let me embrace. Let me shake hand. Let me pat that person. These subtle things. So, too, everyone cannot be all the time victorious. Whenever I was victorious, others were losing. So, when I am losing, means others are winning. So this is how the play. The game of life goes on. So let me play the game of life, not worry for winning and losing. That subtle thoughts will come, isn't it? When we live at that subtle knowledge level, the grosser problems become entertainments only. You don't even try to solve it out. What is there to solve? It has to just happen. I'm not interested. My attention is on by the goal and my the divinity. Automatically they get sorted out. Issues, isn't it? Or you get these subtle visions will come. And the country as a whole. What is it going through economically, otherwise? What can be my contribution? See the thought at my own small little level. You'll be able to look from the whole nation standpoint, from the whole human being standpoint, from the whole living being standpoint, from the whole universe standpoint, from the whole cosmos standpoint. You will be able to visualize and think. Imagine how vast would be that vision. All these subtle things will click when the God's grace comes. Grace comes when we are pure in our attitude, intention. We are impure with our own greeds, selfishnesses, arrogances, and cheating others, troubling others. In that impure heart, there will always fear only, guilt, regrets only, due punishments also are given. So why? Learn these things. This is our today's common sense thought. Maintain purity of intentions, attitudes. Allow the God's blessings to come in making the intellect subtler and purer. That subtle intellect can understand all these subtle intricacies of life. Living life at that higher level gives more joy and bliss, lesser and lesser problems and miseries. Okay, so like every day, today also four things: initial chants, then Taittiriya Brahmana Parayanam from Krishna YAJURVEDA, Geetha, two or three more thoughts regarding Neyavastu. And today we'll start learning new stotram, Guru Ashtakam. आठ श्लोक है इसमें गुरुवष्टकम with one falashruti, small shloka. In that Bhagwan Shankara says, anything you achieve in this world, but the devotion to the Guru and God is more important, because that alone makes all these achievements meaningful and takes you even beyond, called as moksha also. Therefore, don't get satisfied by this or those things gained in the world. Always question, have you developed that Shraddha, devotion, Sharanagati at the feet of the Guru and God or not? Only then they will bless you with Jnanam and Moksha. Clear? That will be our study. Let us start with Sankalpa. ओम शुभे शोभने मुहूर्ते अस्याम शुभतिथौ उपात्त समस्त दुर्दक्ष द्वारा श्री परमेश्वर प्रीत्यर्थम परब्रह्मण श्रुतिमातु समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्याणाम ऋषीणाम मुनीनाम गुरुणाम देवतानाम कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य मोद सिद्ध्यर्थम पुराण इतिहासोक्त भगवत भागवत ऋषि मुनि गुरु देवता दर्शनानुग्रह अनुभव प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां गुरु शिष्य भक्त भगवत परंपरायाः ज्ञान भक्ति योग वेदांतादि समस्त साधनानां प्रक्रियाणां च पुनरुत्थान पुनर्जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगति विश्व शांति कल्याण एकता पूर्वभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां भक्त साधकानां आचार्य गुरूणां सेवकानां श्रेयोभिलाषिणां संस्थानां पूर्णायुरारोग्यैश्वर्य क्षेम स्थैर्य धैर्य वीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूलता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्य अभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्ये दिग्विजयार्थम अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां युवानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थम तेषां हृदये सनातन धर्म भक्ति देश भक्ति माता पितृ भक्ति भगवत भक्ति गुरु भक्ति शास्त्र भक्ति धर्म भक्ति सेवा भक्ति प्राप्ति द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम प्रार्थना श्लोकानां तैत्तरीय ब्राह्मण पारायणम कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत गीता त्रयोदशोऽध्यायस्य पारायणमध्ययनं गुरु अष्टकस्य पारायणम् अर्थाविष्करणं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. लेट अस स्टार्ट. ओम 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 सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Friends, we have done our initial chanting. Now we go to Krishna Yajurveda, Taittiriya Brahmana. We have done 15 mantras yesterday. Today let us do from 16 to 20. Sometimes they are smaller, sometimes they are bigger. I don't know. एक दो मिनट इधर उधर, but keep listening the Veda mantrocharana. First time I am also chanting for my practice, and it remains always chanted in the records. I request the Lord bless me to be able to chant, forgive for all mistakes in the Ucharana, Swara dosha if at all. ॐ अथ श्रीकृष्णयजुर्वेदीय तैत्तिरीयब्राह्मणं प्रथमप्रपाठकः षोडशमन्त्र आरभ्य ॐ ॐ यदस्या यज्ञियमासीत् तदमुष्यामदधात् तददश्चन्द्रमसि कृष्णम् ऊषान्निवपन्नवो ध्यायेत् निवपन्नदोऽध्यायेत् द्यावा पृथिव्योरेव यज्ञियेऽग्निमाधत्ते अग्निर्देवेभ्यो निलायत आखोरूपं कृत्वा स पृथिवीं प्राविशत् स ऊतीः कुर्वाणः पृथिवीमनुच समचरत् तादाकुकरी करीशमभवत् यदाकुकरीशगं सम्भारो भवति यदेवास्य तत्र न्यक्तं तदेवावरुन्धे ऊर्जं वा एतगं रसं पृथिव्या उपदीका उद्दिहन्ति यद्वल्मीकं यद्वल्मीकवपासंभारो भवति ऊर्जमेव रसं पृथिव्या अवरुन्धे अथो श्रोत्रमेव श्रोत्रगह्येतत् पृथिव्याः यद्वल्मीकः अवधिरो भवति य एवं वेद प्रजापति प्रजा असृजत तासामन्नमुपाक्षीयत ताभ्यः सूदमुपप्राखिनत् प्राखिनत् ततो वैतासामन्नं नाक्षीयत यस्य सूदः सम्भारो भवति नास्य गृहेन्नं क्षीयते आपो वा इदमग्रे सलिलमासीत् तेन प्रजापतिरश्राम्यत कथमिदग्गः स्यादिति सोपश्यत् पुष्करपर्णं तिष्ठत् सोमन्यत अस्ति वै तत् यस्मिन्निदमधितिष्ठतीति सवराहो रूपं कृत्वोपन्यमज्जत् स पृथिवीमद आर्चत् तस्या उपहत्योदमञ्जत् तत्पुष्करपर्णे प्रथयत् यदप्रथयत् तत्पृथिव्यै पृथिवीत्वम् अभूद्वा इदमिति तद्भूम्यै भूमित्वम् तां दिशोऽनुवातः समवहत् तागं शर्कराभिरदृगं हत् शं वैनो भूदिति तच्छर्कराणागं शर्करत्वं यद्वराहवितहगं सम्भारो भवति अस्यामेवाचम्बट्कारमग्निमाधत्ते शर्करा भवन्ति धृत्यै Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Two things we have done. Now the third one of studying our Bhagavad Gita. We are in the 13th chapter. We are trying to analyze, understand logically what is told by Lord Krishna regarding what is Gneyam, the Param Brahma. Very subtle, beyond what we see, the entire world of names and forms. Through intellectual logical analysis, the presence of the truth is understood. Then, through the meditation, by rejecting everything other than that, we reach to that as the experience. And experience would be that is me. Then the Gneyam is really reached out. After that, nothing remains to be known, desired for, worked for, possessed to become happy. Because the discovery of the Brahman, the Atman, the reality, the Parabrahma gives the immortality and that gives infinite bliss. So these are the things good. If you listen from this age, the seeds are formed in your heart. In their own maturity, they grow. And what is wrong? What are the sins in trying to know the reality, the truth? So you don't want to know the truth, the real, and knowing it is a sin or wrong thing. And all the unreal you get lost in, and it is correct. What a bevakufi it is. Is it not? We were living that only till now. Or reverse it at a right time. Just be regular, try to little homework you do it, that should be enough. And how many results, even in the worldly activities or positivities, you achieve when this Sukshma Jnanam is with you. I discussed it with you 4 5 days back. That you will not be too insistent about the world and its happenings. You become perfect, you become detached, you become less miserable, you won't cheat the world. So many byproducts are there with the spiritual subtle knowledge, the knowledge of the self or the truth. Therefore, it is always useful, beneficial only. Don't listen or trust anyone who talks against that. They don't know. They are biased. They are afraid. They are very strong in their negativities. Don't believe them. Clear? Now let us continue in the 15th mantra. Two more we have to learn and do. And then the 16th mantra has got some more things to tell us about the Gneya Brahma. Okay. Let us chant 14th mantra 2 times or 15th one. 16th one we'll do 4 times. That Parayanam we'll add today. ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम श्रीगीता शरणं मम श्रीव्यास शरणं मम श्रीसद्गुरुशरणं मम श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम ॐ श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता अथ त्रयोदशोऽध्यायः क्षेत्रज्ञविभागयोगः पञ्चदश षोडश श्लोकौ श्रीभगवानुवाच सर्वेन्द्रियगुणाभासं सर्वेन्द्रियविवर्जितम् असक्तं सर्वभृत् चैव निर्गुणं गुणभोक्तृ च अगेन सर्वेन्द्रियगुणाभासं सर्वेन्द्रियविवर्जितम् असक्तं सर्वभृत् चैव निर्गुणं गुणभोक्तृ च नेक्स्ट मंत्र 4 times बहिरन्तश्च भूतानां बहिरन्तश्च भूतानां बहिरन्तश्च भूतानां बहिरन्तश्च भूतानाम् अचरं चरमेव च अचरं चरमेव च अचरं चरमेव च अचरं चरमेव च सूक्ष्मत्वात् तदविज्ञेयम् सूक्ष्मत्वात् तदविज्ञेयम् सूक्ष्मत्वात् तदविज्ञेयम् सूक्ष्मत्वात् तदविज्ञेयम् दूरस्थं चान्तिके च तत् दूरस्थं चान्तिके च तत् दूरस्थं चान्तिके च तत् दूरस्थं चान्तिके च तत् श्रीभगवानुवाच बहिरन्तश्च भूतानाम् अचरं चरमेव च सूक्ष्मत्वात् तदविज्ञेयम् दूरस्थं चान्तिके च तत् बहिरन्तश्च भूतानाम् अचरं चरमेव च सूक्ष्मत्वात् तदविज्ञेयम् दूरस्थं चान्तिके च तत्. Friends, we are studying Bhagavad Gita given by Krishna to Arjuna and all of us. For outer success, inner happiness, innermost liberation through jnana. These Gita 18 chapters they are. First six are Karma Shatkam, second are Bhakti, third Jnana. We have seen Karma and Bhakti Shatkams. Now we are studying Jnana Shatkam. In this Jnana Shatkam, by doing the Vibhaga, what is real and unreal, what is true and true, what is liberating, binding, we are given the detail. With this knowledge, whatever is untrue, unreal, binding, we give up and we take up what is true, real, and liberating. In this Jnana Shatkam, first chapter is 13th one, Kshetra Kshetragna Vibhag. In that, six things were asked by Arjuna. In fact, pair of two to pair, three things. Three sets of one pair each. So what is Kshetram, Kshetrajnam? What is Jnanam, Gneyam? What is Prakriti, Purusha? So among that, Bhagavan answered what is Kshetra, we have seen it. What is Kshetrajna? What is our job? Specifically, clearly understanding what is Kshetra and Kshetrajna. In that we should know what are we among them. We are Kshetrajna, not Kshetra. Rule is what? Kshetra never touches or troubles the Kshetrajna. Thus, detach from the Kshetra so that as a Kshetrajna you are free from all troubles, problems that happen only in the Kshetra. All of that is explained very deeply, thoroughly in last 10-15 days. Then, in the second pair of things to be understood or Bhagavan's teaching, Arjuna asked, Jnanam is taught. What is the Jnanam? Those 20 values, when practiced, our heart becomes fit enough, pure enough, subtle enough to know the Parabrahma, who is called as Gneyam. So that Jnanam, 20 values are taught. Now, when we practice them and become qualified, then we should be told what is Gneyam. Therefore, Bhagavan took up that topic of Gneyam. And what is that Gneyam according to the Shastras? Param Brahma. And why it is called as Gneyam or worthy of knowing? Because Amrutam Ashtute Yat Jnatva. If that is known, you will experience immortality. Because knowing it is being it. And it being immortal, that immortal Anubhuti comes to me. I experience, I am already that. But somehow I am identify the mortal things. Therefore, I feel I am mortal. Though inside immortality is there. Like that is why people are afraid of death. Why? What will happen after the death? That is a problem. What it means? It means after death, you know you are going to continue. But what is going to happen, you don't know. That is why the fear. If after the death nothing is there, then why should the question or fear will come? हो गया खत्म ना, there's nothing after that. Relax, हो गया. But nobody is relaxed. The moment the death comes, they are afraid. क्यों? I don't know what will happen afterwards. Means he knows he will be there continuous, but he doesn't know what happens. That is why fear. So that means if he's going to continue, then what? How do you call it as death then? There's no death. Therefore, we are immortal. That anubhuti comes. These are all initial thoughts given to you. Then, when you are regular listening, more and more deeper sequential thoughts are taught. When you even understand them, logically you know, therefore, in reality, I am immortal. Identify the mortal, temporary. I feel I am also getting changed like them, becoming old like them, getting died. No. That's why I told you when we are studying chapter 2, even chapter 6 also. Ki, nobody has the past experience of death as well as past experience of birth. And illogical also. What is that? If I am died in the past, I should not be now. I am now means what? I have never died. Died है तो नहीं होना चाहिए ना. अब तो है, we are experiencing our how have we died? We have not died. Ours is like the person in a movie acts as if he's dead. When the scene is over, he gets up and runs. So we never die. And then that which is not there, that alone will be born. So do you experience your absence any time of the past? Even you have to experience you have to you are absent in the past, you have to be present, no? Then when you are present, how can you be absent? When you are not absent, where is the birth? But what is that me? Therefore, which is not born or dying, recognizing that is spiritual goal. When you recognize it, you become immortal. This is already there in me, that phenomena. But it is beyond all these Dendriya Manabuddhi. That's why Vedanta means Adi Atma. Adi Atma means the real Atma ke taraf jana hai. For that, all the pseudo self of Sharira Manabuddhi you transcend. To make us transcend them only, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Upasanas, Upavasas, all of them are taught. So to Bhajana, Kirtana, Japa, finally the meditation. Meditation is that effort wherein, having seated steadily, one by one, gross body, the prana, the mana, buddhi, we transcend in our awareness, reach to our identity, actually, which is pure awareness without all these things. In the awareness only, these are all projected, and to the projected, we are identified. In the rope only, the snake is projected. In the projected snake, we are identified, therefore, we are afraid. Everybody is not afraid of seeing snakes. Somebody are happy seeing snake because they can catch and play with it and get money. Others like Chinese Thailand, they can kill that snake and eat. And somebody likes the snake, others are afraid of snake. That is secondary. But seeing the snake is common on the rope, which is not real. Rope is real, not the snake. Same way, self is real, not all of them. All of us are ignorant, not knowing the self, living life with the body mind. Some are happy, some are miserable, but both are delusionary. Clear? Then, having said this, Bhagavan started telling us about the indicative definitions on the of the Gneya Parabrahma. Through the definition and their meaning, when we contemplate, we reach to the experience of it as ourselves. So, in the first sloka itself, Anadimat. Second one, Nasat Tat, then Asat Uchyate. Then we saw in the next sloka, Sarvataha Panipadam. I explained you the meaning yesterday also. Wherever the hands and legs are functioning, it is His presence. Wherever hands and legs are not there, there also He is there. It will come today. Sarvata Panipadam, Sarvata Akshishira Mukham. The one has got the eyes and mouth and head everywhere. Sarvata Shutimat, he is the one who has got ears everywhere. Sarvam Avrutya Tishtati, he is the one who is permeating everything and stably there, supporting everything. This is what done. Now, last 2-3 days, the very subtle thing about the Gneya, as said in 15th mantra, we are trying to understand. In that also 6 things are there. 4 we have seen. Hmm. 2 more we have to see. Then jump to the 16th shloka. So what is the 4 things that are seen about the Gneya Brahma in the 15th mantra is Sarvendriya Guna Bhasam. All Indriyas, okay, their capacities, and the Guna means their, uh, like eye is there. Indriya. It has got its own natural quality of seeing. But again, it has a gunas. What are the guna? Perfect vision. Let's say reduction in the perfection of the vision. Little more reduction. Totally, it is gone blind. That's called as gunas. Indriya means eye. Guna means its different states. So to Indriya means ear. Its guna means it is abilities, capacities. Sharp or dull are totally gone. So first, what is Sarvendriya? Guna, we have understood. Okay. Now, what is the Gneya Vastu? Sarva Indriya Guna Abhasam. Means what? Through the functioning of them, he is proving his presence. Because without the Gneya Parabrahma, the Indriyas neither exist, nor have their own gunas, nor they have their own ability to function. Then, what is the inquiry here? How the Gneya is indicated here. Now take up each of the Indriya and see what is that because of which this Indriya is existing. Indriya is performing or perceiving whatever it is doing, and it is getting modified. In that inquiry, we reach to it. It's very sublime. Another meaning we saw was the same thing, like the bulbs glowing, fan moving is the expression of the presence of the electricity. सो सर्व इंद्रिय गुण के फंक्शन के रूप में व्यक्त होना और दिखाना अपने प्रेजेंस को इज कॉल्ड आभासा ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटीज आभासा expression is through the movement of the fan and glowing of bulb. So to the abhasa expression of the Parabrahma Atma in us is in the form of all the indriyas, their existence, their gunas. Therefore, a highly evolved spiritual person, through the functioning of every indriya, he recognizes the presence of God only. Ordinary people, you and I, we instead of recognizing presence of God, we think the indriyas are independent, functional. We identify with them, then we seek the pleasures through them. They are all very low level. सर्वे इंद्रिय गुण आभास मतलब सारे 14 इंद्रियों के फंक्शन जो है वो परमात्मा का एक्सप्रेशन है. उस इंद्रिया अपने काम के द्वारा परमात्मा के प्रेजेंस को हमको दिखा रहे हैं. So all existence of indriyas and functioning of them is the abhasa of Paramatma, hint of presence of Paramatma. Secondly, when you reach to that Paramatma, actually substantially, sarva indriya vivarjitam. In him, no indriyas are there because they are not required. All indriyas and the karanas, why they are there? Only to get happiness or bliss. In that Gneya Parabrahma, already infinite bliss is there. Like stomach मेरा भर गया, then I go to hotel with friends. I don't eat, मेरे को भर गया, क्या जरूरत है? इससे बढ़िया खाना ही मिला मुझे घर में. In the same way, as a Gneya Brahma, when I am infinitely blissful, no need of indriyas, no need of their functioning. Therefore, sarva indriya vivarjita. So for a complete infinite blissful person who has recognized his own Gneya Brahma Swarupa, he doesn't need any upadhis to function and get something. Hope you are catching the subtle point, the meaning of Sarva Indriya Vivarjita. I explained to you that in the pure consciousness, for it to exist and express its illumination, Indriyas are not required. In fact, the Indriyas are there because of the Paramatma inside, the presence and absence of them. Sarva Indriya Vivarjita. In him, Indriyas are not there, not required. So when the functioning of Indriyas are happening, it is because of him. Therefore, use the functioning of Indriyas to locate and discover that Paramatma. Proof that Paramatma discovered is in him, there are no Indriyas because not required. Sarvedriya Kudabhasam, from the seen world, we are reaching Paramatma. Sarvendriya Vivarjitam, we are ensuring that we have reached Paramatma because in him there are no Indriyas. Same way, another twist, another seeming opposite contradiction or paradox. What is that? Second pair of things. What is that? Asaktama Sarvabhrut. It is unattached to any of the Indriyas. But Sarvabhrut, it is the one which supports every Indriya. Like the gold is not touched by any ornamentation but supports every ornament. Can you understand it? Through these examples, now an idea will come to us. With that idea, you can try to comprehend intellectually the self or Param Brahma, the Gneya. And it is only intellectual that never gives moksha or amrutatva. Then, in the state of meditation, actually transcending the indriyas, when you touch it or experience it, really the immortality, moksha is experienced. Therefore, asaktam bhi hai, sarvabhrut bhi hai. Gold is not attached to any ornament, but supports all ornaments. Water is not touched by any wave, yet it supports all the waves. Thread is not touched by any cloth, but supports all the clothes. Isn't it? Not touched means the birth, growth, decay, disappearance of the wave doesn't touch. The water means water is not born when the wave born. Water never grows when the wave grows. Water never become old when wave become. Water never dies when the wave dies. That's the meaning of not touched by it. Asakta. See that twisting, subtle knowledge, when you become familiar with the sublime knowledge, using it when you do everyday meditation. Why not? We will also realize the infinite Akshara Parabrahma experience Amrutatvam Ashnute. Asaktam Sarvamrut. Okay? Now the last pair of the two things. Asaktam Sarvabhutam Samajana. It is not touched by any of the Indriyas, etc. But it is all which supports all the Indriyas. Not touched by means anything happening to Indriyas doesn't happen to it. Like electricity is not getting fused when the bulb gets fused. When the dynamo gets spoiled, nothing gets spoiled in the electricity. है ना, बल्ब फ्यूज हो गया तो बिजली को कुछ होता है क्या? That is the meaning of asakt. But Sarvabhrut, it is the one which is supporting all bulbs in the entire universe. Millions, trillions, all are supported by that electricity. All fans supported by the same electricity. Electrical things we are talking. Don't talk about the alternative energy sources. Don't be bekoof by taking other example to confuse yourself when one example is given, not for the sake of example, but to convey the knowledge. एग्जाम्पल इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं होना है, नॉलेज जो उसके द्वारा कन्वे कर रहे हैं उसको पकड़ना. Electricity untouched by any equipments but supports all equipments. Wave untouched, water untouched by every wave but supports all waves. So too the Paramatma, untouched by birth, growth, death of all indriyas, yet not by yet it supports them. असक्तम भी है सर्वभूत. हो गया. Now comes next last pair, nirgunam and gunabhoktru. Nirgunam and gunabhoktru. Okay, little subtler it is. Okay, two ways I'll explain it. What is what? These upadhis, as we saw 10 minutes back, have their own gunas. One understanding. Abilities, and those special abilities, like I can see, ear can listen, them in them capacity कम होता है, ज़्यादा होता है. In pure Paramatma, that is not there, Nirguna. So too, he is a Guna Bhoktru. All of them happening, he becomes aware. For the Lord, to become aware itself is the Bhoga. And how it becomes aware? As its own self. It is my own self that experiences bhoga. Because any bhoga you do, for what? To make it your own. Why are you eating something? Because it becomes one with you. Why are you listening music? Because it is becoming one with you. So every bhoga is to become one only. So all that oneness that for Paramatma with the upadhis already is there. Therefore, experiencing the oneness itself is called bhoktru. This is one meaning. Second is what? Nirguna means be attentive. Actually, na, all those indriyas, individual total level mein, they all have come from the three gunas, sattva, rajas, tamas. These three gunas have come from the Maya. Maya is the inexplicable, inseparable power of Bhagwan, which is infinite. It is infinite, but inexplicable, inseparable, conceivable nahi hai. Its effects can be seen. So Bhagwan is Maya. From the Maya, the three gunas. From the three gunas, all these, what do you call, Our 14 equipments are expressing individual level, your level, total level. This Paramatma, the Gneya Vastu, is Nirguna. So he is neither Sattva nor Rajas nor Tamas. Therefore, neither of all these 14 faculties. Yet, Guna Bhoktru. How the Guna Bhokta? By becoming aware. What is awareness? These gunas cannot exist without me, isn't it? When I have Tamo Guna, I am aware of it. When I have Rajo Guna in my Chitta, I am aware of it. When there is Sattva Guna, I am aware of it. Without the awareness, these three gunas cannot exist. That awareness, by being aware that they are me, can't exist without me, is called its bhoga. Guna bhoktru word I am explaining. So nirgunam, in the Paramatma, the three gunas are not there. Guna bhoktru, when the three gunas express out of his own maya, he is the bhokta of them by just becoming aware of them. And awareness is not, it is different from me, other than me. Awareness that it is me only. These few very subtle Vedantic things. जब समझ में आते हैं ना, you have become master of spirituality. Takes time. अभी शुरू करो age of 2022. याद रखना, you are in school, college, got job, working, married, got wife, children. ये सब चलता है, बट अलॉन्ग विद दैट यूर एवरीडे स्टडी. जिस दिन शादी किया उसी दिन से वेदांत भी पढ़. आई एम टेलिंग यू विद द फेथ इन यू that you complement each other, not destroy each other. Complement each other but not destroy. If it is destroying, then leave one of them. If you are married, want to enjoy the married life, your spirituality, you are not able to manage to complement it, keep spirituality away for 30 years, indulge in your grahastha ashram. But if you are able to balance it, study every day. Know that everything is unreal, yet your own self. Say unreal, therefore don't expect anything, don't get frustrated. Say that everything your own self, therefore love your wife or children as you love yourself. Now, see that spiritual knowledge, how it helps even the Grahastha Ashrama to be beautiful. As you grow, then everything settled. You give up everything only for spiritual truth. Thus, be in touch with your life, all things done. So, to spiritual knowledge of this subtlety as early as possible, so that you grow spiritually also along with the age and your other achievements of the world. Okay, so 6 things are seen. 6 plus 2, 8, and 1, 9. First one is Anadimat. Second pair is Natat Sat, Natat Asat. Then the third discussion is Panipadam, Shiromukham, Sarvatoksh Shiromukham, Shrutimad, Sarvamavritya Tishtati. Then now, Sarva Indriya Guna Abhasam, Sarva Indriya Vivarjitam. One opposite. Asaktam, Sarva Brut. Second pair of opposites. Nirgunam Guna Bhokta. He is Nirguna also, and he is the one in whose presence Gunas dance. He is a Guna Bhokta. Their bhoga is not I eat the ice cream putting in my mouth. No. Becoming aware and knowing that it is me, that is the bhog. I already explained just now. Okay, in this way it is done. Now in the next shloka 16 वाला में भी हमको कितने बताते हैं? 5 or 6 things are taught about the Gneya Vastu. Again, I am reminding you that we are studying Gneya Vastu Parabrahma. He cannot be shown. He cannot be seen with any of the faculties of senses or even antakaran. But he has to be experienced. To experience, you have to meditate. To meditate, the pointers are given with the words having their meaning. So the words, when we know the meaning of them and try to realize the object which is indicated by those words, on the seat of meditation, we reach to that object to be our own subjective self. Clear? This is the meaning of it. So, what is the meaning of Bahirantascha Bhutanam? All this we thoroughly, patiently study. Tomorrow, we stop in here. Okay. Om Bahirantascha Bhutanam Acharam Charameva Cha Sukshmatvat Tadavigneyam Durastam Chantike Chatat. Done. As I told you from today, Guru Ashtakam, 8 plus 1, 9 mantras. 8 are the mantras of Ashtakam, 9th is the Falashruti. We will study. Shankaracharya Bhagwan has given it to us. Okay, it is very, very Vairagya Yukta. And don't be afraid to listen thing. Anyway, you will not become वैरागी. You know, जो 30-40 साल से सुन रहे बुढ़े बुढ़े लोग ही वही वैरागी नहीं बनते. तुम कहाँ बनोगे? I know that. That is why with the full faith, strength, confidence only I am teaching this. I am not afraid. And one or two of, out of you thousands, if they really understand, get vairagya, that is because you have already done your earlier life sadhana. This life somebody like me wanted, required for to just initiate you. For all of you, seeds are sown which will grow and give fruits of last after 40, 30 years, maybe next lives, when you have finished with your one nonsense of worldly life. But sowing the seeds is my job. Okay, in these 8 shlokas, every shloka has got the last line common. What is that? Tatah kim, tatah kim, tatah kim, tatah kim. So what? So what? So what? So what? Means when we go to the Guru or Shastra, claiming that these are the things I have achieved, then they ask a question. Did you achieve this, which is the giver of moksha? No. Then what is the use of this? So what? So what? So what? Okay, the third line talks about it. Third and fourth lines are repeated in every shloka. Only first two lines differ. Okay. Now, what are those third and fourth line which are repeated in every shloka? That I'll tell you. What is that? Some place it is Guru, some place it is Hare. Both are same. Guroh Angri Padme Manaha Chet Na Lagnam Tata Kim Tata Kim Tata Kim Tata Kim. Or Hare Angri Padme Manaha Chet Na Lagnam Tata Kim Tata Kim Tata Kim Tata Kim. Means what? Hare or Guru of God or of the Guru. Angri Padma, the lotus feet. Mana Lagnam Nachet. If your mind is not focused, you are not devoted there, you are not surrendered there, then with whatever you have gained in the world, which are said in the first two lines of every shloka, what is the use of them? 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 Why? Because when you are devoted at the feet of the God and Guru, they give the self knowledge, which gives infinite bliss. Without doing that, all other things which you have earned or learned, they only give temporary knowledge, temporary bliss or happiness, but the same thing binds you. You know, don't you see that in your life? Your children give happiness, they only bind you. Wife or husband give happiness, they only bind you. In-laws, outlaws, they give happiness, they only bind you. Your own house gives happiness when you stay, but when you have to pay the rent, it binds you. Your own car gives happiness when you travel, but it only binds you when it gets to some problem or you have to pour a petrol in it. Your own friend gives happiness and he gives misery also when he doesn't help you or takes too much help on you or depends on you. जो हमको इस जगत में सुख देता है ना वही दुख देता है हमको. Everything is perishable. So what is the use of them? But when you surrender at the feet of the Guru God with their blessing, you will know your own self. Thus you get moksha. That is why don't tell me कि मैंने ये पाया वो पाया, so what मेरा हो जवाब होगा. My question is, have you got devotion at the feet of Guru and God? No. Then I have no meaning or value for what I have learned. You become Prime Minister? Yeah, I became Prime Minister. But did you develop devotion at the feet of Guru or God? No. Then what is the use of being Prime Minister? So many have come and gone. Kings, Samrats, Indradi Devatas, they are all again ordinary some jiva they are. They were only by devotion to God and Guru, surrender at their feet. When they bless us, we get the Atma Jnana Moksha. Other than that, everything is bondage. You know how many times we are listening this in every chapter, especially in that 8th chapter, Brahma Bhavana Lokaha Punaravartinah Mamupete tu Gaunteya Punarjanmana Vidyate. याद होगा. Okay. So let us do this. Om Ata Shri Adi Shankaracharya Krita Shri Gurvashtakam. And the whole thing we chant, and the first one's meaning we do. Chanting Pura. Start. ॐ शरीरं सुरूपं यथा वा कळत्रं यशश्चारुचित्रं धनं मेरुतुल्यं मनश्चेन्न लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं कळत्रं धनं पुत्रपौत्रादि सर्वं गृहं बान्धवा सर्वमेतद्धि जातं मनश्चेन्न लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं षडङ्गादिवेदो मुखे शास्त्रविद्या कवित्वादिगद्यं सुपद्यं करोति मनश्चेन्न लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं विदेशेषु मान्यः स्वदेशेषु धन्यः सदाचारवृत्तेषु मत्तो न चान्यः गु- मनश्चेन्न लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं क्षमामण्डले भूपभूपालवृन्दैः सदा सेवितं यस्य पादारविन्दं मनश्चेन्न लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं यशो मे गतं दिक्षु दानप्रतापात् जगद्वस्तु सर्वं करेय प्रसादात् मनश्चेन्न लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं न भोगो न योगो न वाजिराजौ न कान्तामुखेनैव वित्तेश चित्तम् गुरु मनश्चेन्न लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किम् अरण्येन वा स्वस्य गेहेन कार्ये न देहे मनो वर्तते मे त्वनर्थे मनश्चेन्न लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किम् अनर्घ्याणि रत्नानि मुक्तानि सम्यक् समालिङ्गिता कामिनी यामिनीषु मनश्चेन्न लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं गुरोरष्टकं यः पठेत् पुण्यदेही यतिर्भूपतिर्ब्रह्मचारी च गेही लभेद्वाञ्छितार्थं पदं ब्रह्मसंज्ञं गुरोरुक्तवाक्ये मनो यस्य लग्नं गुरोरुक्तवाक्ये मनो यस्य लग्नम् ओके तो गुरोः अंग्रिपद में मनः चेत न लग्नम और मनः चेत न लग्नम गुरोर अंग्रिपद में ततः किम सो व्हाट लिटिल मोर आई विल एक्सप्लेन टुमारो फर्स्ट श्लोक क्या है शरीरम स्वरूपम वेरी वेल बिल्ट वंडरफुल बॉडी सिक्स पैक विथ ऑल द हेल्थ यथा वा कलत्र wife also equally beautiful or the wife husband shariram surupam yathava karatram yashah charu and chitram name and fame very good and very variety of the yashah name and fame dhanam ask about the wealth meru tulyam as much as a meru parvata that much wealth I earned oh guru by all my efforts talents businesses professions even upasanas and yajnas. Good. Now, Shruti Mata is asking, do you have your mana, mind, lagnam, devoted and surrendered at the feet of the Guru? Sorry, that I have not achieved. With all these, tatakim, 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 so what of all of them? Because they all will end one day, and the happiness given by them is very temporary. On the other hand, through the devotion at the feet of the Guru, when you get the Brahma Ananda, Paramananda, that bliss is infinite, much more than these of them, and it is permanent also. So all your efforts are therefore wasted in gaining all of them. Therefore, at least now stop all of the earning of them and claiming them. But put your mana at the feet of the Guru and be taught by him. Discover the self and get liberated. You know that the meaning. Every sloka that way. I go with some of the other achievements and put in front of the Guru. Guru again or the Guru or Shruti Mata. Shruti Mata asks, did you get the devotion at the feet of Hari or the Guru? Nahi mila. Then tata kim, you have wasted your time. All of them are waste. Because people with all these achievements are still in the bondage. They are not liberated. Shariram Surupam. And how many tensions, worries to maintain that, but it can't maintain. Yathavakalatram, then how much arrogance, etc. come. I am beautiful, my husband beautiful, or my wife. And how long it will be there? Where are all the Miss India, Miss World of 1965, 70s? Now it is 2023. Okay. So to Yashaha Charu Chitram. Name and fame of yours. So what? You may be called by them, they may give you some gifts and all, but you are not knowing your essential self and getting liberated. Na? Dhana Merutulya. What is the use of all dhana? Is only binds you, puts you in a jail. The more money, the more security guards you have, more the walls rise. You are in jail. What about all these material gains? Oh my dear, develop devotion at the feet of the Guru. Let him teach you the Shastra, and in that, know the Gneya Vastu. Get liberated. That is important. Like that, all shlokas. ठीक है? Don't be afraid. स्वामी जी हम तो छोटे यंग है हमको ये सब क्यों पढ़ा रहे हो सुनो मन में रखो whenever you are losing or failing in the world these are the supports and anchors which make you withstand. And really, if you are truly Vairagya, detached, very soon, by the age of 40, 50, 60, come to this path. Because ultimately, this is the one. Everyone, including the ant, ultimately has to become spiritual. Even every criminal terrorist also, in one life, maybe after 1,000 at least, he will have to turn back to spirituality only for his final moksha. So therefore, there's no regrets or any guilt, etc. in me in taking this text to you. I am happy. It will help you also. Okay, we'll conclude now. Om Durjana Sajjana Bhuyat Sajjana Shanti Mamniyat Shanto Muccheda Vandebhya Muktaschanyan Vimocheta Sadoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Murtyorma Murtangamaya Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Paramanushabhyo Parabrahmane Shrutimate Tattat Brahma Harpranavastam Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan Ki Jai Vedavyasa Bhagwan Ki Jai Geetha Mata Ki Jai सदगुरु परंपरा की जय आदिशंकर भगवान की जय आज के आनंद की जय हर पार्वती पति हर हर महादेव हर सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम कीर्तन गोविंद गोविंद जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय राम राम अम्बे भ्राति माता की जय समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवा उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक की जय समस्त युवा मंडली की जय भारत माता की जय सनातन धर्म वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृति की जय आध्यात्मिक जीवन की जय थैंक यू tomorrow let us meet continue dear friends